Hello, everybody, and thank you for watching Draft Entertainment. My name is Cole Martins, and in this episode, we'll be talking about part two of the NFL Week 1 predictions. If you missed part one, you can click on the link underneath this video and check that out. And we'll just get on here to part two, as we'll start off with the first game in this part. We'll have the Oakland Raiders taking on the New Orleans Saints. Big things coming in this game. Is Derek Carr the real deal? He had a great season last year, picking this Oakland team to a better record than they usually have. And can he possibly lead this team to the playoffs for the first time since 2003? We'll have to wait and see on that one. And Drew Brees, can Brees still be Brees after, again, having a great year last year? A little bit of struggling with the interceptions, but getting a contract extension now, a 2-year contract extension, 4 years, but he can opt out in 2. So let's see if he can keep playing like he has been. And like I mentioned with Derek Carr, is this the year for the Raiders as they're trying to again make their playoffs the first time since 2003? They have a good enough offense and they have a good enough defense to do it, I believe. And that is why I'm going to take the Oakland Raiders in this game over the Saints. I believe the Raiders' offense and defense is going to prevail. The offense is going against a very weak New Orleans Saints defense. I believe Brees will be stopped a little bit by this Raiders defense. And I'll take the Raiders 24-17 in this one. Next, we have the San Diego Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. In this one, the Chiefs do not have Jamal Charles. He is out of the game, which means West will be taking over. And West, he is a pretty good running back as well, so not too big of a loss for the Chiefs. Then also a playoff chance for the Chargers possibly this year, as Allen making his return after a very big injury last year, after having unbelievable games where he had over 10 catches, I think, in the first 4 weeks last year. So a big gain for that Chargers offense. And the Bosa problem finally solved. That ended about a week ago. Sadly, he will not be playing in this first week because the guy had no practice, so he doesn't really know the program at all there. But I'm still going to go with the San Diego Chargers in this one. I love their offense. Coming into this, I believe the running game will be pretty good in this one. It's still iffy. You'll have to see how they'll do, but I think they'll do a good game against the Chargers, as the Chiefs has a pretty good defense. But I'm going to go with the Chargers in this one and an upset victory on the road for the Chargers, 24-13. Next, we have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Can the Dolphins step up in this one, as they have a pretty good receiving corps, just depending on Ryan Tannehill, if he can step up and lead this team to a victory? Well, the Seahawks, trying to get back to the Super Bowl again this year, has a very strong team. Pretty much kept that team pretty much mostly together, so Wilson has a good offense, stick around. That defense is going to be strong as it ever been. And that's why in this one, I'm going to take the Seahawks to win this. The offense, I just don't see him having a chance. That offense, I believe, is still going to struggle. I believe they do have the talent to make that offense better, but I won't see that offense getting better till probably about mid-season. But I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one, 27-10. Next, we have the Detroit Lions taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Again, can this be a year for the Detroit Lions? They did lose Calvin Johnson last year, which is a huge loss for that offense. But they do have a great receiving core. They have Golden Tate. Then the additions of Bolden and Jones, I think, can have a lot of underneath and deep threats for this team as well. So interesting to see how that goes. And is Andrew Luck finally back and can lead this Colts team back to a playoff record? As last year, Luck did get hurt a few times, and when he came back, it just seemed like he didn't look like the same player. So we'll see if Luck can do something and try to lead this team back to the playoffs. And this one, it's a very close game. I think it's going to be. Both defense not amazing, and both offenses should have a good game in this one. But I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions. I think the Lions receiving core is going to surprise some people in this game, and I think they will be able to beat this Colts offense and defense and win for the Lions 27-24. Next, we have the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And the quick question is, does the Dallas Cowboys have the defense? I think they have 4 guys suspended right now on their defense or injured, and that's a huge loss for this team. It should be great targets for this Eli Manning and the Giants offense, Beckham Jr. And this team, I believe, offense is going to be very strong against, I believe, this Cowboys defense. With Romo being out and hurting his back, and I believe that was 6 to 10 weeks he will be out, Prescott going to step in, and as well as Ezekiel Elliott. So you have 2 rookies in the backfield trying to take over this Dallas Cowboys offense. That should be interesting to keep an eye on this Sunday. And is New York ready to make a comeback? And they make it back to the playoffs for the first time in quite a while, it seems like. It seems like they have a 2-year break and then they come back and have a great season. And this one, I'm going to take the New York Giants. I believe the Giants just have a better team than the Cowboys. Having 2 rookies on your offense at quarterback and running back can be very iffy because we don't know what they can do. That's why I'm taking the Giants on the road in this one to win 24-16. Then next we have our Sunday night football game. The New England Patriots taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Garoppolo, is making the start in this one after Tom Brady taking his 4-game suspension. So it should be interesting to see what he can do. And also, we just found this out last night that Rob Gronkowski is going to be out of this game. So that's going to hurt that New England offense even more than it already was. Then is Carson Palmer still Carson Palmer? Is the question. Is age starting to bite him now a little bit, as this preseason did not look that great. Should be interesting to see how he'll do in this one. So as in this game, it's going to be very interesting to see who's going to win this one. But I do think it's going to probably be a blowout more than likely, as I believe the Arizona Cardinals are going to win against the Patriots. Garoppolo not going to have the greatest team around him right now, especially without Gronk. So that offense I think is going to struggle in this one. And I have the Arizona Cardinals winning this 27-10 with a very strong defensive stand. Now we'll head to our Monday night games as the Pittsburgh Steelers take on the Washington Redskins. As Norman added to that Washington Redskins defense, that should be huge for their cornerbacks, adding some strength, especially going against a strong Pittsburgh Steelers team and Antonio Brown. So that should be a great match to watch on Monday night. Then can Cousins repeat what he did last year? As Kirk Cousins, a beautiful job last year leading the Redskins to a playoff and a division championship, and now with a chance to lead this team to even higher standards this year. So that should be another thing to watch. And Le'Veon Bell having a 3-game suspension once again for missing a drug test. To my mind, it still should have been a 4-game suspension. If you miss a drug test, I feel like you're hiding something, but what do I know? I'm just a fan. But he'll be out for 3 games, which gives DeAngelo Williams a chance to run the ball again beginning this year. And in Williams, we know he's a good running back as well. And then in this one, I'm going to take the away team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, amazing quarterback, Antonio Brown, a great receiver. Don't be surprised if Antonio Brown has a big game because he's Antonio Brown. Fire up chips, by the way. And I just see this Pittsburgh offense going strong. The defense, I think, will be able to step up in this one as well. And the Steelers will pick up the win 31-20. Then our second Monday night game and final game of the week, we'll have the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And the Rams finally moving back to LA. Not going to be able to start the season in LA, which kind of sucks. I was hoping they would do that. But see if that LA crowd can get these Rams a little more hope and maybe a better season. Kaepernick, all the knee thing, we all know about that. We'll see what happens on that on Monday night, especially after 7-11. But I'm not going to go too far into that because I'm here to talk about football and not politics or anything else like that. We don't need to worry about that stuff. And the interesting thing is a quarterback battle this week. Keenum versus Gabbert. 2 quarterbacks that I think need to prove themselves a little bit. So it should be interesting to watch that battle. And hopefully we don't have a turnover fest in this one. And the Rams D, after losing 3 of their main players in this offseason, is that defense still the same as it was the last couple of years where it could step up and stop some offenses? In this one, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams picking up their first win back in LA. This team, I think that defense is going to stick to where it was. Case Keenum, I think he had a good year to end last season and good couple games to end last season. And I believe he will step up in this one. San Francisco's offense, I just don't see them doing too much in this game, not too much of a threat. Especially with Hyde coming off concussion, we don't know how he's going to play in this game. So I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams in this one, 24-10. And that is it with our part 2 of the NFL Week 1 season and Week 1 overall. Again, if you missed part 1, you can click on the link below, and also I'll probably have one on the screen here, hopefully. If you would like to have any comments about any of these games, I'd love to hear what you guys got to say about these games. Anything else you want to talk with me, just leave it underneath. If you have anything about anything I said, I'd like to talk with you about it or anything. I'd like to hear what you guys got to say. If you want to talk to me more, you can follow me on Twitter at ColeMartin57. I hopefully will have a video up by Tuesday this time, so we can talk about the Thursday night game as well. But that is it for this video. I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. If you like this video again, please click the like button. I'd appreciate it. And also subscribe to my channel as well. I'd really, really appreciate that. And thank you guys for watching. And have a great day.
What are you doing?